hours went. The moon came and went as Monica woke up stiff. The fluid may have repaired her body, but the heavy hits from Colossus could not simply be shaken off. Monica lets out a cute yawn and quickly remembers the embarrassment of being nude in the woods.
First order of business, clothes.
That may be easier said than done. Our comet destroyed this entire state, meaning the stores probably would not have anything wearable.
Great. But even if we go to a border state, we will run into other people.
And
I don't want to stumble into the town naked and dirty.
I do not understand humans, but fine. I will try to figure something out. There is likely a stream nearby you can wash up in.
Okay.
Monica begins to walk through the woods, still north, but eventually finds a slow-flowing stream about 2 hours later. She gets in and washes off the blood and soot from her body. Meanwhile, Monica notices an orange light emitting from the ground.
What's that for, Zazor?
Monica asks. Actually, something has came up.
What do you mean, Zazor? Spit it out.
I was going to summon an orange soldier to get some clothing for you and run them over to us, which would normally be an easy feat, but there is some kind of interference.
Interference?
It doesn't seem hostile, and it almost feels like we have to go do it.
Could it be your brothers?
No, it for sure is not. I have not sensed any of them, but they all have special signals they emit, and whatever this is preventing me from summoning an orange. I think we should investigate. It is the same direction we are heading anyway.
If you think it's safe, then I will go.
Good. Let's keep moving. The two continue to walk north towards the interference. Sizor disperses small amounts of fluid into Monica's feet to protect them from being cut up from the harsh ground. Monica takes periodic breaks to drink from streams and stretch. 8 hours pass when they near a highway. A scorched mass of vehicles haunt the ghost street. The highway has an overpass, so to pass it they have to walk under it, into a large tunnel. As they walk through, they notice a car that has flipped off the road and landed at the bottom of the massive overpass.
Lucky. This car must have crashed as the comet struck, meaning it avoided the shockwave as it was falling.
And? Sizor asks.
There could be clothes inside.
A fall from that height would have flattened the driver like a pancake, so unless you want sticky red clothes...
Let's just look.
Monica gropes her arm and rips off the car's doors and begins to look inside. Dripping blood revealed a female driver and a male passenger who were shredded from head to toe from the violent fall. Monica fights back puke as she sifts through their things.
Aha!
She exclaims. Monica pulls out 4 suitcases, 3 of which were matching lavender purple, whereas the other was jet black.
There's bound to be something I can use in these.
Monica says as she begins to open the lavender suitcases. Why did the girl have so many more bags than the man?
Honestly, I do not have an answer to that.
Monica says while laughing.
We all do it, though.
Monica manages to find an outfit and she slips it on. It consisted of slightly baggy lavender leggings, a black tank top, a sports bra, and some fuzzy white socks. There were no boots, so she looked to see the condition of the driver's boots, and other than some minor blood stains, they remained intact. She peels them off the young woman's cold feet and slips them on. The faux brown boots fit a little tightly, but Monica is satisfied. Monica starts to walk away towards the hill, but notices something white had fallen from the car when she ripped the door off, causing her to halt. What is it, Monica? Monica remains silent and goes for the object and picks it up and starts to cry. Monica?
It's nothing. Let's keep going, okay?
Sure. You okay? Monica continues to sniffle as she drops the used pregnancy test from her hands onto the blackened grass. Hours pass as the sun sets again.
How much walking is that now? Damn.
Monica complains. Tonight we rest, and tomorrow we will have another full day's walk until we reach that signal I saw. It is still going strong and shows no sign of letting up. We must investigate. Monica has already fallen asleep. I should do a scan while we were just lying here. Sizor runs a scan of Monica's body to see the condition of the egg. It continues its vibrations, but seems to be much calmer now that they are out of danger. It cannot be good for us, or this thing, to keep getting in these violent situations. We need to lay low until this thing comes out. We just need a place where we can safely keep it, like an old building no one would ever go to. Based on its growth pattern, it will have to come out in a week or two. It may need to be surgically removed as well, since it is not a soft baby. It seems to be hard like a rock, covered in scales. There's no doubt it started off as a human embryo. I guess my DNA drastically altered it to what it is today. We will discuss it in the morning. Monica wakes cold and in pain from sleeping on sticks and rocks, but manages to sit up anyways. Morning, Monica.
Hey, good morning. I feel refreshed enough to continue our little hiking trip. If the circumstances were different, everything wasn't burnt, this would be kind of nice.
Walking around with that stomach must be challenging.
Well, your fluid is keeping me upright. Mixed with my willpower, we are unstoppable, I think.
Monica says as they continue walking. Do not forget, Monica, we only barely managed to beat him. If it were not for the egg, we would have met our demise for certain. We cannot rely on it again. And that being said, we cannot really afford another battle of any sort until the birth.
What if we are attacked?
Monica says as she crosses a stream atop a fallen log. Then we flee. We cannot afford to overexert ourselves again. The pulses that keep healing us cannot be healthy for us or the egg.
But I feel so invigorated when it does.
Trust me on this, Monica. I would never lead us astray from our common goals. We need to lay low.
Understood. So about the birth.
Yes?
We obviously can't go to the hospital.
No. We will need to find a building, like a farmhouse or something, somewhere where we can lay low. I will summon some soldiers to come and bring us the supplies we need, water, scalpels, towels. I know humans typically have immense pain while delivering, but I will keep your mind altered while Green does the delivery.
That doesn't sound too bad.
No, it should go smoothly so long as we find a safe place, which will be the second matter of business we attend to now that you are clothed.
First is the signal, right?
Yes.
Let's go then. Can you lend me some fluid into my legs? I figured if you did, we can sprint and make up for the lost time.
A fine idea. I'll disperse it now. Monica's legs grow under the leggings not too much to rip them. The muscle-ribbed legs allow her to sprint up to 20 miles per hour. She easily crosses streams with mighty leaps and sifts past trees and rocks. At this speed, they are going about 4 times faster than they were before. Monica lets up after about 6 hours of nonstop running.
Shit, that was crazy. I feel like I'm going to throw up.
120 miles on foot in that short amount of time is pretty intense. But that is your thing, right? Intense? Monica laughs. The signal is not much further now. It is also much stronger now. I'm afraid I will have to point us into the right direction, but turn off my comm system for now. The signal's intensity is going to make me mad. No doubt that all my brothers can sense this as well, but I still do not sense them, so we should continue forward.
Yep, I'm just going to take one last dip so I'm not covered in sweat when we get there.
Monica leaps in a lake. The weight of the crown sends her to the bed of the lake, where she stirs up some sludge-like muck. After the settlement clears, she takes time to admire the crystal-clear lake that seemed to be untouched to this point. She gasps, thinking she is drowning, but Zizor disperses fluid into her neck, which makes her grow a gill-like breathing apparatus. She takes her time as she slowly makes her ascent back to the surface.
It was amazing down there.
Indeed. Earth is so much more vibrant than anything on the moon. We have a long road ahead of us, Monica. Are you mentally prepared? Do not forget I am allowing you to have free control of my body here. We share common goals and I admire you, but my brothers are likely not treating their hosts the same. Any form of disagreement would likely make them string up their host consciousness in a mechanical wire deep within their mind's chasm.
Is that a threat, Zazor? To not cross you?
No, I wouldn't do that to you, Monica. I'm just saying.
Good. To answer you, I am more than ready. You probably already handled the hardest part, right? With Malkov and Scoffin?
I have a gut feeling that no, we have not experienced the hardest part yet. We have to consider a lot of things, what this egg will bring about, how my brothers will behave, and most importantly, my mission of harbor.
That is all we can do, right?
Indeed. Sizor disables his comm system and Monica continues to head in the direction that the signal was coming from when they finally reach it. Thousands of oranges and a few hundred greens all emit their lights in the same fashion until Monica stands at the top of the hill to oversee them all. Their lights stop emitting once they are seen.
There are so many.
I understand now. Come, let us go greet our army. Monica slides down the large hill that seems more like a mountain. The boots protected her feet from the fast-moving debris, and she quickly reached the bottom, leaving a dust trail behind her. The greens and oranges all stand at the edge of the burnt grass, just beyond the comet's reach. Monica quickly recognizes some of the greens.
You guys, you are from Hope. This is where you went?
Where is Carter? One green asks.
Carter is dead, and I am your leader now. Any objections?
No, we will serve whoever Lord Zeiser would have us serve, another responds. Good. So you all fled just outside the range of my last attack. I'm assuming you predicted a comet of this size would be used to fell that annoying mech? Zeiser asks. Exactly. We knew of your tenacity, which is why we fled instead of helping you escape. We figured you would lose and collect yourself and come back stronger. The only thing we did not predict was that Monica would forcibly crown herself, or that you would allow your host full control. We also see that she is much more pregnant than when we last met. It has to be what the Allfather spoke of. There is no other explanation. Indeed, on that matter, we need help. You have it, sir. 1,064 soldiers ready to take any command. We had a group of Greens sending signals outside of Hope for a while now. Some of these soldiers came from as far as Detroit, Michigan to serve you, my lord. Perfect. We need a large building of sorts off the grid, somewhere that no human would think to investigate. Send some Greens on this immediately. Next, have groups of soldiers collect us an entire bed, sheets, a pillowcases, towels, scalpels, and fresh water. Monica interrupts and whispers something to Zizor. And get my host some pickles. Sure, sire. Also, make sure to send the soldiers in large groups. I'm not yet ready to meet with my brothers. We need to hold ground if we cross paths with their soldiers or military. However, they need to be as stealthy as they can. Also, under no circumstances are they to lead any threat back to our safe place. We need to have a successful birth, and I will not have anyone interfering. Understand? Yes, of course. We will start now. I want 100 soldiers to stay with us for protection until you all return. Send them their commands now. The Green closes his eyes and emits an orange signal from his crown. The soldiers split up into groups, and all heads several directions, while leaving 100 behind in the group of Greens. Before you leave en route for our living quarters, I want it to be as close as we can to here, while still meeting the criteria I gave. We have been traveling for a while, and we need rest, if everything is to go according to plan. The Green nods and take off using their combined intellect to find the safest place for them to take refuge. Monica walks up to one of the soldiers.
So this is what a soldier looks like up close.
Monica says as she pokes it. The soldier stands straight while breathing slowly and uncomfortably as Monica assesses it. What are you?
So we can make them do anything.
She asks. Yes, what are you getting at?
Dance.
The grunt stands idly. Monica, why are you?
Come on, I can use a good laugh.
They use signals, not verbal commands, Zizor says as he makes his crown emit an orange light. Suddenly all the grunts begin to dance around Monica in a comical fashion. Monica bellows on the ground and even Zizor managed to smirk. In the distance, a Green watches with a sullen expression. What has our master become? I hope he doesn't stray from our mission. The grunt continues running in an unknown direction. Zizor commands the soldiers to gather supplies like sticks and clay-like mud to build a makeshift shelter. Together they work meticulously and swiftly to build a van-sized shelter in little over 3 hours. It consisted of a window to let in natural light, a dug hole for relieving oneself, a sloped roof supported by a center beam comprised of sticks and leaves, and a bundle of soft brush to sleep atop of. There was no door, but the shelter was surrounded by soldiers. Nothing could hope to infiltrate. Monica goes in and plops on the soft brush.
This is surprisingly cozy.
Don't get too comfortable. We'll only be sleeping here until we find our safe place for the birth.
Easier said than done, Zazor. I mean, these leaves are so soft. I think I'm just going to...
Monica quickly falls asleep as the moon rises and the sun falls. The others will likely have a place picked out for us in the morning. Everything is going so smoothly that I do not know whether to let my guard down or put it up. There isn't a chance these soldiers or scholars are under one of my brother's controls, right? Once assigned to a leader, they cannot be overridden. They would die before betraying their masters. They might think me weak for giving Monica the control she has, but at the end of the day, I am the leader in charge. Wherever we set up our base will be the start of my new continent. Our base and army will start here and expand as wide as we can make it. I just need my brothers to not interfere. They need to build their armies and be cordial like we agreed on before we started this invasion. Zemesian may be trouble. He was full of greed, and if he tries to stray from the mission at all, he would be a pain to try to stop. Myself, Zafson, Zemesian, and Talitro. What was the Allfather thinking when trying to get us all on the same page? We may all be Miatz, but we are so different. I'm easygoing and bear a go-with-the-flow attitude. Zafson is a total hard-ass who would kill before asking questions. Zemesian is an overconfident ass who has a power to back up his attitude. And Talitro is quiet and reclusive. If we could all work together as intended, then this takeover would be smooth as ever. But we went from being microscopic beings to gods with incredible power. Now that we have a host, it is likely gone to one, if not all, of their heads. I'm even tempted with this power. Like, why not just enslave the human race? Make them build our cities and homes. But I would never disobey the Allfather. I cannot help but feel like he is somehow watching us all. Although we only saw his etchings, he gave us the ambitions and goal to execute our mission. I am afraid that the biggest hurdle we may encounter is trying to get all of us on the same page. Anyways, I haven't time to bicker. Sizor is interrupted by the egg releasing a pulse and suddenly growing another half-pound. What are you? It seems we have less time until this birth than we thought. At least we have our army now. We must be patient. We'll have our safe haven soon enough, one that is actually safe, unlike the failed promises of hope. Monica floats about in an ocean of blue fluid deep within a dream. She struggles to remain afloat, but suddenly the waves calm. Out from the depths, a massive version of her egg emerges. It was at least 1,000 foot tall and 400 feet wide. A rigid diamond-shaped egg covered in thick scales. Monica reaches, but the egg cracks open, and all the fluid and her are sucked inside violently.